Welcome everybody, it's Mike Smith from Hawkeye Options here. We're looking at one stock that's really broken the market trend over really the last two sessions. We're looking at Apple. And you'll see a magnificent performance considering the index has done what it's done. And we've seen this big move up yesterday, closed at 111.77 and really a V-shaped bounce. But more interestingly, I think, is this 111 appears to be a critical mark historically. And if we look at the longer term weekly picture, you'll see what looks like a double bottom formation in the long term, which suggests that it could be up as high as 120 in a fairly short space of time, maybe even sort of 10, 12 sessions. So certainly analyst ratings have helped this. And one thing I would say is that obviously with the market being as it is, there is always the chance of a drop down. Here's my favorite bar pattern, which is the pipe. You'll see a big sell closing at the low and a big high closing at the a big move up closing at the high, forming this pipe, and then we wait for confirmation of the next bar. And so that may have been a potential signal for entry, but for all these pivots here. Now we've got this wide bar here. Remember, we don't enter unless we have a break of the top of the wide bar, which we may actually see in this next session. We notice pre-market, it's up another $1.50 at this stage. So there is potential. Now, how would we play this in a market as is at the moment? Well, to go a bought call, you would be wanted to scalp on it really, unless you're going to go long-term and out of the money, maybe a 120, 3 or 4 months out. That may be one way of playing it. Another way of playing it would be a simple bull call spread, perhaps at 118, 120, or maybe even 120 to 125. Again, give it plenty of air in terms of time to get up there. And finally, of course, we could play the out of the money butterfly, the slightly out of the money butterfly. So perhaps bearing in mind that 120 may be the top, if we see here, could have some resistance around 120. Maybe do a 110, 115, 120 long call butterfly. So those are really the three options we would use to play this. We'd probably favour the latter. Apple's a pretty liquid stock, so you wouldn't have any problems with fills. And that selling the 115 call would give us plenty of income back in to make it a low cost and hence low risk potential trade. Wait for a move above that wide bar high, as I said before, and that's what we're looking at today.